Well, yeah, family. Um, sorry, I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm starting this life by recording. In order to recording a message that for what has been around the world. Usually, when I'm referring to Nigeria, I refer Nigeria as as a my Nigeria. I am not from Nigeria. I'm from Angola, but the reason why I do that because, despite for the fact that I'm African, but I do understand that at some point Nigeria is the way they approach the solidarity when it comes to their countries. The Nigeria individual, the one who's not attached to the state, the one who's not having a political ground or who's not on the army, there's normal citizen. Immediately they show they how they together with their country no matter what, and that's what makes Nigeria big in all aspects of life. And when I see Nigeria, remind me in the time that when uh, the king of Iran was defeated, but most defeated for the Kwame Ayatollah was for those people who are academic student, nurses, and farmer, for normal citizen. Well, most recently, the president of United States of America, Donald Trump, has mentioned that he will, if that problem that which is still we live in a context, that issues of religion issues, which made a huge political highlight in all over the world. When the leader of Nigeria, when Donald Trump says that if the Christians, if the Muslims not stopping to kill the Christians, invade Nigeria to stop this situation. So we look at this aspect in two angles. First angles, at this point in time, yes, this situation shouldn't be carried on. This situation shouldn't be dramatically the way they are. Shouldn't be at stop because we know that Nigeria can stop the situation, can resolve the matter. The other point to be more specifically, and nevertheless, this is the biggest defeat that we as an African we build after we conquer our independences. Our financial breadwinner is not staying at the home. Usually, not just in Nigeria. Nigerians are not the only one. Our breadwinners, um, eggs that made our lives goes on, stays in a foreign soil. And Nigeria has a huge investment in the United States of America. And the sons of Nigerians, they are doctors. And then my connected, my sources from Nigeria that they bred and born with Nigeria. By the way, my brother James and his wife, so they really supportive and they supported me in terms of specific information about what happened in Nigeria. The oligarchy has a huge amount of interest, wealth built in America. And Donald Trump wanna tackle all those individuals who have got lots of money in United States of America. And remember, Donald Trump was a businessman. He's well aware of what's going on because when I read the first time I've read on the first term, I knew that Donald Trump would return because many people underestimate, say, "Oh yeah, you live by the books, yeah, you just read it now." But it's important because Bob Woodward wrote a book on Donald Trump, which is the fear Trump in the White House. And remember, that book was released only on the Trump first term, only on his first term. on the Trump first term, when Trump in 2016 won the first election. This is when this book was written. And this book was mentioned that when Trump come back, he would come with different ideology. Remember that if we look into Trump on the first term as a leader, Trump was keen on the peace. And Trump changed the past, not for the rhyme, but Trump changed the past for different angle, different way, and different diversion and different approach. Immigration. No, first time say on the first term, he want to build a hole to stop the Mexican. Trump is going all over tackling another people. News in the United States of America, there is a disgrace with the non-immigrants, with the way they are approaching immigrants. So Americans are losing. The businessmen in America are losing a lot. And we will see how it's going on, because in order for me to conclude the second part of the Nigeria versus Trumpism, I think for many people around the world, they heard clearly, clearly, this is no fake news. I'm not making up anything. They heard clear that President Donald Trump wants the Ukraine minerals, Ukraine's resources, and the United States of American government right now is after only these things. And Nigeria, as far as we know, in Africa, Nigeria is the one of the countries, not just oil, he has got different mineral resources, and Donald Trump has interest in it. So some people say that the way that Trump is interfering in Nigeria is not in favor of his context, because Trump has mentioned on many times Africans as a dump, and Trump has a racial preferences as a leader. He mentioned this is why many people say he's not going after to finish the conflict in Nigeria. This is why the president of Nigeria has welcomed Donald Trump to help them to solve the problem. But he reminded Trump that Nigeria is a country that has got a sovereignty, has got a border. Let's see. But one thing we have to say that our politicians, they have to change. They have to sit on a table around in many countries, not together, but start to saying that the breadwinner, the main egg, has to remain in Africa in order to develop it. Let's see what's going to happen. But this is your boy Jika Tatemba. Thank you so much for you watching this my quick live. I haven't come in the channel for many other reasons that I've been involved with, but once in a while we come in here. Stay tuned on my program. That glow we're talking about global politics with the Leonardo Quarento. We will come up for the last 2 seasons of this year. We're gonna do these 2 seasons in December. So I prepared, but first of all, we're gonna be talking about military diplomacy. I think Leonardo Quarenta is a PhD on that. He's got a master degree in that, and he's a proper military diplomatic, and obviously he's involved in the media. We're gonna questions the key aspect of military diplomacy win the world. Thank you so much. I hope before the end of the year, come back with more videos here and to let you know how we're doing. Thank you so much. Stay tuned with our page and be patient. Check at the table once.